I'm Tracey Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, and Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. This morning, I have two guests with me. We have Matt Shroeder from Financial Plus Credit Union. Welcome, Matt.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing good.
Good. And our second guest is our Guaranteed Rate Business Spotlight business owner, Shelly Voigt from Simply Nutrition. How are you today?
Very good.
Good. So we've kind of changed up our format a little this year. We kind of do more of a roundtable where we'll all three be talking about things all through the show. The first half, we're going to talk more to Matt, and we're going to talk about Financial Plus Credit Union. But you know what? Shelly, if you have a question for Matt, feel free to ask. So that's how we're kind of rolling, and the same thing for Matt when we're talking to Shelly. So let's start off with Matt. What's your role at Financial Plus Credit Union?
So I'm actually a commercial lender with Financial Plus. Been there for about coming up on 4 years.
Okay, cool. Do you work at the main branch?
I work out of the main branch, but I also work remotely.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, yeah, everybody's kind of doing that, right? So, I guess what we're really talking about today is, who is Financial Plus Credit Union, if in case people don't know who they are and what they stand for. So go ahead.
So Financial Plus Credit Union started back in 1952, came out of General Motors plants,
right.
Workers there, and over the time, credit unions have evolved. And now we have a field of membership across the whole state of Michigan.
Yeah, that's amazing because they're in their main, their corporate headquarters is here in Flint Township, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's right here on Van Slyke is the main headquarters.
That's an awesome building too.
Beautiful building.
Yeah, it is. It is really. So now you're with the commercial lending. So what type of services does your department provide?
So on the commercial lending side, we offer loans to all types of small businesses.
Okay.
I work from retail, manufacturing, work a lot with service businesses, plumbers, electricians.
Okay.
So a
So
plethora
you do, you work with everybody.
Yep.
So you do real estate loans?
Yep.
Commercial
So
real
we
estate?
do commercial real estate. We do equipment loans, operating lines of credit, and then also we work for construction loans as well on commercial.
Okay, yeah, and that's a big thing right now too, right?
Yep, lots of building going on.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. You don't expect it, but we've seen a lot of reinvestment going on right now, which we welcome anybody who would like to reinvest in Flint Township to come on over. So what are the advantages of dealing with a credit union such as Financial Plus?
So dealing with the credit union, one of our advantages is the ability to have local decisions. We live, work, and shop in these areas that we lend in.
Sure.
So makes things move a lot quicker when we understand the economics of that area.
Well, that's true. So if somebody's looking for a business loan, what should they be expecting if they're looking at a business loan?
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to schedule time just to get to know what that business is, what their needs are, really understand what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that way we can provide solutions for that as we move forward. It's not a rush thing that we quick rush into just saying, here's your loan. Right. I always say we try and not make you fit into a box. We kind of make solutions that are specific to your needs.
That makes sense. So you help them walk through the process, right? And then kind of determine what they're going to need not only now, but in the future so they can plan out. Is that what you do?
So once you're with me or one of our lenders, you're with us through the whole process from the start all the way through the end. And then we're with you for future needs as well. So you're not having to go find another lender each time that you need something. We already know your story and we're best able to help you then.
And it's very important, especially as a business, to have a good relationship with a bank, credit union, whatever. But whoever you're getting your loans through, it's a very good idea to have a good business relationship with them, right?
It makes it good. I look at it from a standpoint, you have an accountant, you have a lawyer or an attorney that's on staff or somebody you can reach out to, and then having your lender to run your ideas by. It's sort of covering all the bases.
Well, and my understanding was when all this PPE and all the CARES Act money and all that stuff was flowing, that people that didn't have relationships with a banker were at a disadvantage, right?
It took them, they had to find us somewhere to take them in when a time when it was very busy.
Right. So it does, if you're planning, if you have a business, it's always good to know who your local banker is. Even if you're with a big, conglomerate that's not local, you still should know who your local person is at the branches, right?
That way you can reach out to them if you have any questions or as you're looking, especially in expansion or new equipment.
Yeah, especially then. And now, do you help with loans that are through the Small Business Administration?
Yep. So we work with the Small Business Administration, both doing, it's called a 504 loan, and then also a 7A are the two titles for it. We work with them all the time.
Okay. So what is the purpose of a SBA 504 loan?
So the 504 loan is used a lot with financing for building expansion for a business. It allows sometimes larger deals or even people that don't have the money to put down.
Okay.
It lets them put down a lesser down payment and allows them to expand their business. Utilizing the SBA has some different parts that we discuss about it, but it's a split between the credit union, the SBA, and then an equity contribution by the borrower.
Okay. So if so that's up to $5 million, right?
Yep, that'll go up to $5 million.
Okay. And then what is the SBA 7A loan?
So the 7A loan, it's the most common loan program out there.
Okay.
What that does is it allows people to get short-term or long-term working capital for the business. A lot of businesses, when you're purchasing them, you don't have the collateral to back that loan. So the SBA 7A can come in and provide support for that. Also allows for purchase of furniture, fixtures, supplies as a business is starting.
So is this one the same as the other one with all three working together with?
So actually the difference is the 504 is actually split into two notes.
Okay.
So the SBA holds a note and the credit union holds a note, or the financial institution. And then the 7A, it's the SBA actually provides a guarantee back to the financial institution to support that loan, but it's only one loan.
Oh, okay. So what if somebody doesn't have the collateral that's where one of those that's
where
better?
The 7A would come in.
Okay.
The 504 is more for the equity contribution side of it.
Okay. And is there a difference in like the rates they can get? Is one a better interest rate than the other?
There's two different loans in the way they work.
Yeah.
So the advantage of the 504, like if somebody's doing a building expansion, I've done a decent amount of those. It gives you up to a 25-year fixed rate on up to 40% of that project.
Oh, wow.
And then the credit union would hold 50% of the project amount or up to that. And then the borrower would have anywhere between 10 and 20% of a contribution.
Oh, okay.
So it just gives them some long-term financing. It lowers their monthly payments by having that long-term financing.
Okay.
And the SBA note, being that it's fixed for up to 25 years, right now the rates are still below market rates. So they're in like the 3%.
Yeah, and now is the time to be looking at these things because
Definitely.
With inflation the way it is right now, I don't see the interest rates staying where they're at. Do you? I think they're going to be going up.
I think we've seen a little bit of an uptick in them.
Yeah.
And I think it's only natural as the fixed on the saving side goes up, that's going to cause your other loan rates to go up.
Yeah. So, now, how can people get in touch with you? And we'll talk more about that later as well. But let's give people some information right now.
You can contact us through our website. We actually have a business site on it. So you can go to myfpcu.com.
Okay.
They can reach out to me directly.
Okay.
or reach out to one of our branches.
All right. So did you have any questions?
No, I'm just taking it all in.
Great
information.
Yeah, because from the business side with you're listening to what he's saying, and I'm just trying to think of if there's questions that as a business owner I would have that I might not just have as me, But I think the big thing is that the availability right now, it is. Is there an increased availability right now with these loans, or is it always about the same?
As far as increased, to get them?
People to get them, yeah.
We've always been able to lend, and right now is a great time to borrow.
Okay.
So.
And now we still have the low rates, so it's a good time to do that. And
not everybody fits into just saying it's an SBA loan. We also do all the traditional loans as well, and that's where I say we got to get to know you. Understand what you need, and then make those recommendations that fit you the best.
Right. And you do commercial loans that don't involve the government, right? They're
Definitely.
Just there at the credit union.
Yep. So there's both solutions on both sides, and we look at those and evaluate where's the best place to
fit you in.
To fit you. That's going to meet your needs, and also allow, if you're talking future expansion, we don't want to inhibit growth by putting you into a product that may not allow you to borrow in the future.
Well, and a lot of people don't like dealing with the government loans and things like that too. So it's good to know that there's dollars they can get from the local institution, which in this case is Financial Plus Credit Union, but I'm sure that other local banks and credit unions can do the same.
And we definitely lend more traditional than even through the programs. We have a lot more traditional type loans through the credit union than utilizing 504 or the 7A loans.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because you do, and then, so kind of explain a business equipment loan. Is that just like a basic loan, and then it's just for the equipment? And would they start, is it more like a line of credit where as you pay for that, that's when your loan takes in effect for payback, or how does that work?
We have, for equipment loans, primarily it's just like an installment loan, like buying a car, but it's on the commercial side, so it's in the business name.
Okay.
And when I say business equipment, it's anything from, you can be excavators and equipment like that, to just a fleet of vehicles.
Okay.
We have a lot of people that need the vans or the service vehicles or trailers or whatnot. That's all your equipment loans, and primarily they work on a traditional just installment loan for the period of time. Also going into like your CNC machines and manufacturing equipment as well.
Oh, awesome.
So we do all that.
Well, that's cool. And then the business lines of credit, that's basically...
So that's running like an operating line. So it's giving you, instead of using a credit card to fund your business and having to pay those cash advance fees or whatnot on it, it's a line of credit that tells you how much you have available to you. It's interest only, and you only pay on the amount that you borrow.
Right.
So it sits out there, and then we transfer it into your checking account, and you're able to use it.
Right. So if they have a line of credit that's $50,000 or $40,000 or $20,000, whatever, they only are paying interest on what they've actually spent.
Right. Whatever if they've advanced $10,000 out of 50, they're only going to pay interest on that $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. We've talked about those. I think it was Heidi when she was here. We kind of talked about those a little bit.
On the home equity loans?
Yeah.
Or lines of credit?
Yeah, and lines of credit. But this is the first time we've talked about it with businesses. And I can see as a business how that would be an advantage, because you know how much you have, but you don't have to pay interest on anything until you actually use it. So,
and it's much more advantageous when you look at credit card rates compared to lines of credit.
Right.
There's a big difference in that, and the interest that you're paying on a credit card, if you're funding a business with that, can get quite expensive.
Right. Oh, yeah, I would think, yeah.
Astronomical.
Shelly's like, yeah, it's not a good thing. That's so funny. So give your information one more time.
So it's myfpcu.com, or it's Matt Shroeder, and you can reach out to me at the main office.
All right. Awesome. So, and that's my FPCU, Financial Plus Credit Union. So you can, .com. So it was nice having you talk about that today. And now we're going to kind of switch gears.